Welcome. This is Zangler, the Tesla Semi Advocate, bringing you another installment of the high volume semi factory construction adjacent to Gigafactory 1 or Legacy Giga Nevada. This video was taken on Monday, August 18th, and my previous video was Saturday, August 16th. So pretty quick back-to-back succession because I am endeavoring to capture more equipment delivery since the actual building is virtually complete, especially since the installation of what I understand are the proper terminology that I've been calling AC units on the roof are actually called chillers. But anyways, it looks to me like all the chillers have been installed, and we can turn our attention to other progress. And like I said, I was attempting to capture delivery of significant production equipment, and thanks to Grok, at the end of this video, you'll see that I did in fact catch a significant delivery, a very significant delivery of an important component of the assembly line. That tank that you see right there below that telehandler was seen in Saturday's video being transported very slowly from the north side around the corner to this northwest corner to that place where it is now installed. You can see that we did just apparently miss another large heavy item. Whether or not that item has already been pulled inside, but the chances of catching a lot of stuff are somewhat difficult, or long, I should say, based on the fact that I fly maybe 30, 40 minutes every 2 or 3 days. You see that orange wrap stuff? That all came from Giga, Texas. That tall round thing, those two tall round objects, could be steel, but I doubt it. I doubt that it would be wrapped that way. But it could be that it's raw steel for calibrating the stamping equipment. They are disassembling the Manitowoc crane from Bragg, and by the way, I talked to an operator of a crane, and he told me that this particular crane has been repainted in the Bragg colors, that they don't come from Manitowoc like this. And he told me a lot of interesting details about this crawler, that it has the ability to variably adjust the weight. That we're looking, those big plates can be moved backwards and forwards on that track. And this crane has seen its final duty here at the Giga Semi factory. All the chiller units have been installed, and they're slowly breaking it down with the help of another crane. Say goodbye to that crane. I, for one, am fascinated by cranes, and I'm going to continue to bring you nearby crane coverage as I expand into covering more and more of the massive build out of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, or TRIC, along USA Parkway. There seems to be an explosion of fulfillment centers type structures, and more importantly and more significantly, AI data centers. Apparently this is going to be the AI data center hub, but more about that later. So you can see they're over halfway done hanging the stained or tinted glass, black tinted glass at the main entrance. They've done a lot of asphalt paving, and I don't believe they need to leave that pathway clear for the crane anymore. So we should see that done. One of the things I focus on later in the flight is stormwater management. We had a regular gully washer of a storm come through a couple days ago, caused some localized flooding in Fernley, and Legacy Gig in Nevada, GF1, has been notorious for being flooded in rain events like that. And so I'm looking for any indication of that this factory has not been able to handle that, or how did it handle the heavy rain. And we'll see some of that later. Anyways, now we're taking a look around. There's one of the warehouse on wheels, and you see another one in the background. There is Legacy Gig in Nevada. Thank you very much. The first Gigafactory, and there are tales about Elon and others drinking whiskey on the roof and having an actual campfire on the roof of that building, 8 years ago. The other interesting thing is parking drama. The Story County Sheriff's Department has decided that there will be no parking on Milan Avenue. And if you've been following along, you know that up and down the LFP factory, across and west of the pilot production factory at 550 Milan, cars have been piled up along the road and no more. So Tesla adjusted by having all these cars parking up here. There's signage telling them to come up here to park, and they have a shuttle that runs all of those workers down to the LFP factory. That'd be interesting to see what happens at shift change. I actually saw a worker park his vehicle and take a bicycle down. There is the megacharger. Very much looking forward to seeing the completion of the megacharger installation with the chargers and cabinets. Here's all that parking, and they were striping all weekend. If you watch the last video, you'll see that they striped all weekend in preparation and for this parking. No more parking on Milan. Parking drama. You'll notice that there's a bunch of stuff been delivered, placed essentially by each one of the chillers. And I'm no expert, and I look forward to any commentary, but I'm thinking maybe those are filters. That they don't place, they don't deliver the chillers with filters, and that those objects, as you can see, placed around the building are perhaps filters. Now we're coming around the northeast corner. I'm looking in here at that wash to see how it handled the extra runoff. I don't see much erosion at all. I think I do see some on a few locations. You may have seen it, or it may be upcoming still. Again, this is a long video because why not? Those of us who are interested in this, I don't think can get enough, and those who are mildly interested can maybe watch the video at higher speed. But I know for a fact there was a lot of water moving in that wash right there a couple days ago. I mean, it was about a 2-hour event, and I can't give you the statistics, but a lot of water fell in a short period of time. It was great to get the moisture at my house in Fernley. What this grader is working on is the Tesla Semi test track, where they will check out all of the Tesla semis. Possibly, I'm not sure if the protocol is to run every single semi up this test track as it comes off of the production line. 50,000 a year, 130 some odd a day, 130, 140 a day, maybe as much as 150 a day, which will go a long way in lowering the cost of each of those semis. On this pass, I'm especially going to take a look at the retention ponds and the washes, and you can see that some water did collect at the bottom of that retention pond, but by and large, it looks like the stormwater management came through with flying colors. So for months, almost 2 years ago, all I saw was them putting in underground stormwater management pipes and the downspouts all around the building, which are color coordinated, take the water away from the building and down to these retention ponds. You can see there a good deal of water came through there, but that's where it's supposed to be. Still don't know what they're doing up here in this little area where they've piled up dirt. I have speculated in the past that perhaps that's where they're gonna put mega packs. I can't imagine that this Gigafactory, Gigasemi, and Gigafactory 1 wouldn't have their own battery of batteries. Get it? However, it may not be cost efficient. It might be a low priority because energy is pretty cheap in northern Nevada. And I think that quite a bit of it is renewable. Something going on up here. There was a building you saw that they're building. More evidence of the water, and you can see those little dikes built up there to slow the water. A very effective technique that I use in my front yard. Excuse me. Once again, a look at the warehouse on wheels. If you've been with us, you know that the location of Gigasemi was once a giant warehouse on wheels, a WOW, where they stored supplier parts and raw materials. And that's what I call the Panasonic warehouse on wheels. And there is a third, even larger warehouse on wheels that generally we can't see in these videos because of the angle. It's behind the hill just above. And that building in the background is the Vantage AI $3 billion building, that tan building, and I'll have a dedicated video for it later today or tomorrow at the latest. I also plan on flying tomorrow because I'm expecting those deliveries from Giga Texas, the stamping press and other related material or equipment to be delivered tomorrow. So I'll be flying tomorrow, hoping to catch those. What these excavators are doing, I'm not sure. This is an area, it might be something to pay attention to in the future. You can see the water did flow into this retention pond, but it was a short enough event. I don't think it taxed that retention pond. I don't think it filled up at all. Just a little bit at that bottom corner. These trucks are no doubt from Bragg, and they are facilitating the deconstruction of this crane. And it is not the biggest crane in the state. I talked to that operator who is working on yet another AI data center that is operating an even bigger crane. Stick with me till the end. You will be rewarded with some very interesting information about a delivery. Information that as an example, I was unable to get any information about this delivery and this company from the internet, from just doing a general search. However, I asked Grok, and it did an excellent job, and I will be reading from Grok's reply to my prompt directly, and want to make sure all credit goes to Grok, but something very interesting is going on. More geeking out on the crane owned by Bragg, built by Manitowoc. I've been corrected many times, and I'm still saying it wrong, no doubt. You can see from the tracks where it stopped and where those plates are, where it spent a little bit of time placing the chillers on top of Section G, the stamping section. By the way, I was about ready to leave when I saw a semi coming in with a bunch of equipment, and I quickly changed batteries and launched the drone again. This was going to be the end of the video, which would have been about 17 minutes long, and ended up catching that truck coming in with the package, with the equipment that I now know what it was. Would have only been speculation. It carries the name of a very popular gecko insurance company, and that's why everything I searched on the internet gave me false information, or not information that was relevant to a factory construction, but Grok came through. You can see not much water issue at all. A lot of water fell here. Even this area over here handled the water quite well. So I've landed, I've taken off again, and I'm chasing down the semi that I speak of. And as soon as we see it, I'll start reading from Grok directly. Coming around the northwest corner, you can see that the wind is still today, somewhat of an anomaly. You can see that second take that was installed recently, and that right there is the truck that I'm chasing down. It stops for a moment, gets some further directions, and continues on its way. I do catch up to it, and as soon as we see the branding on the packaging of all this shrink wrapped equipment, I'll tell you what Grok informed me this was. And it's a pretty significant watershed event. Okay, as I caught up to it, the truck takes off again. By the way, where it ends up, and I don't know if I see it make it to its final destination, but where it ends up is a clue to where the paint shop is going to be, because this is equipment from Geico. And based on, here we go with Grok. Based on recent drone footage and updates from the Telsa, Nevada expansion site, where high volume semi-production is ramping up, with equipment deliveries occurring as recently as August 16th, 2025. Sidebar, Grok is referencing Zangler, the Telsa semi-advocate. I feel special. The sightings aligns with ongoing shipments of production line machinery being unloaded and installed inside the factory. Giving the Geico branding on the shrink wrap, this strongly points to specialized automotive painting systems or related components, such as automated paint booths, conveyor lines, drying ovens, or robotic applicators designed for vehicle body painting in a high efficiency, low emission setup. These would be essential for outfitting the semi-factory's paint shop to handle large scale truck, cab, and chassis finishing. Is Geico SPA, an Italian company operating in alliance with Japan's Takisha Limited, often referred to as Geico Takisha, in joint projects. They specialize in turnkey automated painting plants for the automotive industry with a focus on innovative, energy efficient technologies like zero impact environmental systems and smart 4.0 integrations. Tesla has previously partnered with them for advanced paint shop installation, such as the, quote, world's most advanced paint shop, end quote, at Giga Berlin in 2020, which featured machines that could potentially be adapted or supplied for other sites like the Nevada expansion. This fits the context of heavy, shrink-wrapped industrial deliveries observed at the site, as paint shop equipment is typically large, modular, and protected during transport. Thank you very much, Grok. And thank you for joining. If you made it all the way through this long video, I appreciate you, and hasta la vista.